Alright, so here we are. I was getting asked a lot of questions on how to make um, a scholar set. So, as far as scholar sets, you want as much magic accuracy and magic attack bonus as you can. So, yeah, my stats aren't that amazing, but I just know how to play the job very well, or well enough to do some significant damage. I'm not expecting anyone to be like, oh, my stats are better. It's not about that. It's just about being able to do things efficiently and correctly. So, anyway. For the skill chains, for example, you want to get into your dark arts. You go ahead and you switch over, making sure you're on scholar macros. Alright, so, and I'm in my nuke set. So, you gotta do your job ability, which is my first macro. It's just already set. So, whenever I see the opportunity to do it, I'll be ready. So, all of a sudden, you can start your skill chain. And then you do it. Now, and as you see, there you go. Alright. Anyway, so let's go back. For my regular skill chains, as I said, you hit your job ability first, right here. It's the first macro I hit. This one is the same exact thing, but with no magic damage at all. It takes off my staff, whatever it does, it just takes everything off that will deal damage, so I could prevent any heat buildup. And then I'll just perform the skill chain, and then I'll go ahead and execute the magic burst with the actual damage. But anyway, the next skill chain, I'm sorry, hold on. Alright, so we have, alright, here we are. The fusion skill chains, just like this, just like any other one, will be just the same. You got party chat, you say what you're gonna do, and then you make the skill chain. So you say it's fire, so they'll be prepared, obviously, to do fire damage. So it's the fire, and then the weight, job ability again, and then thunder. Then that's when you go ahead and hit your magic burst for fire. This one you need your fast cast set along with your magic attack bonus set, or else you won't be able to execute the fire 5. It just wouldn't happen. You'd be lucky to hit a fire 5 macro. So again, you hit your job ability first, then you go ahead, and then when you're ready, you execute the type of skill chain you want, like fire, for example, which is set up just like this. Same thing for his dark skill chain. See, for this one you gotta create darkness, so you do gravitation skill chain darkness, so you do arrow, and then you do helix. So I'll show you how that looks. There you go. And this is mainly for black mages for assistance, or they can go ahead, or you can go ahead and make a skill chain with helix if they're, oh, well, I killed it. Let me use something a little weaker. Alright. And it's always important to keep elemental weathers up, especially if you have the elemental belt on. Right there, there it is. it definitely shows a huge difference. Alright, so here we go. Let's see, do the skill chain. Then you go ahead and you magic burst it with Helix. Even though it's only 1600 damage and it's dotting for that much damage for close to 5 minutes, it's done close to 10k or more on some mobs, and it'll eventually just really destroy them. Even if you're dead, I've had cases where I'll just die and I've done literally 10k of damage. And again, it dots for that long. So, like, I'll show you another case with ice. See, this is the skill chain for ice. You got water and you got blizzard. Again, you go ahead and you gotta hit your job ability first, and then you go ahead and hit it. So you hit it. Now just hit land Helix just to see how much it does. Even though they're not weak to ice, it probably will just kill it, but let's just see. Yeah. But that would have ticked over time, 5k each tick. It would have just been ticking down for close to 5 minutes, which is pretty significant. I mean, normal low tier nukes won't be doing that much time, especially, see, he's still dying over there, soon to be dead, even though it was a low tick damage, it's still affecting him. Alright, so next one. So you've seen fire, you've seen darkness, and you've seen ice. Alright, so stone, you got arrow and stone, and again you just go ahead and have, I always like to have my elemental, my skill chain with my weather. These are all weathers, weather storm. No, these are all helix, I'm sorry. You got your skill chain with your helix, and then underneath that is a high tier nuke, and that's what that is. And then these are storm, like firestorm, dark storm, ice storm, and so on. And that's all that is. And some people don't know this, but if you or someone else, let's say you have, for example, 2 scholars, and you go ahead and hit embellience or whatever, and you go ahead and hit your helix 2 on a magic burst, for example, no other helix 2 will override it until it's removed, or you do it again, you do your job ability again, and then it would override it then. But any other helix will not override it until the timer is removed. Again, this is one of my first talking videos, so I really don't do this very often. So anyway, so here's the water, the same setup as the other ones. You know, stone, water, and then it'll go ahead and make it, and then you can magic burst the water. So again, you hit it, hit your job ability, hit water. And again, it's just letting them know, the macro is made to let them know. I mean, they should be aware of what's going on. You could make your macro say it a little bit more clear, or preparing to do it, and then go ahead and start your weapon magic burst damage. There it is. Really wasn't, 33k. Alright, so I'll show you the next one. We got arrow, stone, and arrow. Again, very simple skill chain, very easy to do. Again, I'm on lock style, but you can't see that my gear is swapping, but it is. And what's happening is, again, when I'm doing a tier 5 nuke, it's swapping in my fast cast set. Let me just go ahead and show you what my fast cast set is. Which one is that? 25? Well, I'll just show you from the macro book. Alright, well, you don't want to change your staff, so you could use your regular weapon skill just fine, obviously. But anything that pretty much has fast cast or haste on it, anything that pretty much enhances the speed of your casting in any shape or form. If you don't have anything, it doesn't matter, but I mean, you definitely need a few pieces to enhance the speed so you could land those tier 5 nukes pretty effectively. Again, there's definitely a lot better pieces out there, but this is just what I use. Nothing too fancy, nothing hard to get, very simple stuff to get. And it's definitely gonna hit your tier 5 nukes pretty effectively off of your own solo skill chain. My nuke set is just like this. Nothing too... I should change that, maybe. I'll mess with that later. But anyway, regular stuff you can get these days. Nothing too serious. It's all pretty much basic gear. If you're always playing Scholar, then this shouldn't be difficult to get, especially if you invest the time and energy into getting it. I even have, I mean, I'll let you, I mean, you guys can pause the video as you see it and stuff like that to try and better equip your character for, you know, better gear. You could pause the video to watch how my gear is set up, but again, this is just to help benefit you become, I guess, a little bit more aware of how to do things. This is my magic accuracy set. Again, it's nothing incredibly hard to get. The best thing to do with the new gear is to try to get close to magic accuracy 32 or above. I would aim for if you can. 30 or more is better. I mean, good. But anything below 30, you really should keep trying to take a few more gambles at that. And hopefully, you can get better magic accuracy, because it's really a key thing to get magic accuracy. But there you go. Let's see. This is my duration equipment. This enhances the duration of, let's say you're in Lights Art and you want to enhance the length of your storms. Best to get these gears and enhance, get the augments that increases the duration of your spells, along with your Empyrean gloves. Plus one, it definitely enhances the length of the spells. This belt is definitely a horrible thing for your fast cast set, because where it says occasionally quicken spell casting by 3%, let's say you're in your fast cast set and you have that belt on, and all of a sudden, instead of when you do your skill chain, it goes ahead and instantly casts the spell. Well, if it does that, then all of a sudden you'll have the skill chain with a magic burst. But the magic burst will just be from your fast cast set and not from your magic attack bonus set. So because it'll be so fast, it won't swap out in time for your regular gear to swap in. So don't have anything that quickens the spell. I mean, it's not. Yeah, this belt is definitely not going to help you with your fast cast set. Anything that says quicken spell casting time is no good. I steer away from that, because it could take away a lot of damage from you. Okay, I haven't messed with my old stun set in a while, but which can easily be tweaked. For a good stun set, you need a lot of good magic accuracy, and fast cast and haste, which is very simple to get. And again, this is probably not even the right stun set. This is a little bit more updated stun set, but again, this is purely mostly fast cast, magic accuracy, and haste. You can't see the augments when I'm in this inventory, but definitely worth getting a lot of fast cast and magic accuracy for a good stun set. Alright, let's see, what else was there? Healing, regular good cure set is always good for Scholar. I use this on Red Mage and Scholar. It's pretty much the same, just the staff swaps out with Red Mage and Scholar. But I mean, most scholars are mostly going to be invited to create skill chains and help assist magic burst or create helix for long duration for ticks. You know, I've done a party where we'll just fight, we'll completely wipe, and the helix will slowly kill the mob. It'll be at like 5% and dying. We'll get up, get ready to go, and we'll hit it once, and the helix would have killed it. And even though we wiped, we'll still get the clear because helix would have taken the clear for us. So I mean, if you create a good positive helix set, you can really make some serious damage. And the thing with helix, I know you don't see it, but helix is really based off of magic damage. So the more if you get if you have the chance to make multiple sets of this gear, definitely get one that's magic attack bonus. I mean magic burst, and then one that's helix. I mean one that's magic damage. Magic damage is solely based off. Magic damage is solely to enhance helix for a scholar. I mean that's the prime, and tier 1 through tier 3 nukes. But I mean it's really mainly for helix for a scholar. So you could really do some serious damage, as I said before. And magic burst is always good, but scholars are mostly needed for their helix, because I've seen some serious damage from good helix gear sets. Alright, what else? Alright, macro. Back to the macros. I'm sorry about that. You guys are probably just waiting on the macros and not really interested in what I'm saying. Anyway, alright, thunder fragmentation. I mean, you could use other types. You can use distortion or whatever, but anyway, you could do blizzard and then water. Simple. It'll make it just like the other ones. And then distortion, same thing. I mean, it's always good to have multiple skill chains at your disposal. I don't like using this one that much because you gotta use a helix. Anything with helix definitely takes more time to do. So, and notice how the skill chains are a little bit more complicated, because this is my fast cast set. It's put in there so I could cast helix at a reasonable speed, and then it'll swap in. So the macro is just a little bit weird, while the other ones are just straightforward, and it's really quick to cast. This one, I mean, you could even throw off the nukers, because I mean they gotta wait a little bit more time than the average nuke. So yeah, and there they are. So if you have any questions, just tell me in game, and I'll be glad to help. I've helped a lot of people create skill chains, and that's the primary purpose for why I'm even making this video. Alright, and I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.